Hi, I'm Sunshine Heath, and I work with biological parents in the foster adoptive setting. And I love working with bio mommies. It's such a rewarding experience to be that mentor. It really completes the circle. It makes them feel safe, and it really is a comfort to the children when we can work together in tandem. And one of the ways that I enjoy doing this is keeping birth calendars. Anytime I come across a magazine article about development or play with their child, and I think it's applicable to them and age appropriate, I'll clip it out and send it in the diaper bag or pass it. Taking pictures and doing little photo albums has also been a wonderful way to connect and keep contacted with the birth parents. And
we'll just do some editing.
I think it's so crucial to have that relationship with the birth parents, since we can model parenting for them, inviting them to go to the park, even packing sippy cups and teaching their children how to say please and thank you in front of them, teaching basic manners is a very wonderful way to complete this circle and healing with the birth parents.
Do you have a specific example of maybe a child that you worked with their bio parent where they were skeptical at first, but then you were able to develop a relationship with them?
Yes, a lot of the birth parents are skeptical at first. They sometimes worry what kind of home you have. They hear horror stories about foster parents, and so you really have to set aside those fears for them just by being personable and knowing that they are a wonderful person, and everybody has hang-ups and issues in life. And so when you can communicate with them on a basic level, sometimes journaling helps. If you have a standoffish parent who's not quite open to the idea of getting to know you, then journaling is a wonderful way to do that. I've tucked little notebooks into the diaper bag saying, this is what we did today. We went to the park, we made Play-Doh. This is your child's sleeping habits. And then I'll ask them questions. So I try to engage them and get them involved in this whole parenting cycle.
Great. Are there any kids or bio parents that are particularly memorable to you?
Yes, I have one bio parent. The first time we met, I was a little afraid to meet her, and she just broke down in tears and threw her arms around me and gave me this hug and just said thank you so much for caring for my daughter. And I just cherish those memories. I do, and we have phone contact, and we've met a couple times. Sometimes we'll meet for breakfast. I've had other birth moms who say similar story. We'll get together for first birthday parties, first this, first that. She'll call me and say, hey, my daughter has something weird going on, I'm afraid. Who do I call? Will you come to the doctor's office with me? So you establish a trust and a bond where they see you as a mentor. They can actually come to you in the future for things after they've been reunited. And it's a wonderful thing.
Great. And so you were talking about how you care for teens. Can you share some examples of tips that you think are particularly important in working with teenagers and things that you do in your home to make your home a good place for teens to live?
Teens, I love teens. A lot of foster parents cringe at that term, and I want to dispel any fears. Teens are wonderful. You've got to be spontaneous, and you've got to be flexible, and you have to be creative with teens. One of the things we love to do in our home is have team building activities. We've had sumo wrestle nights. We've had a picture movie by the pool with projection screen. We do motorcycle trips and Six Flags, and it sounds like a crazy busy time, and sometimes it is. It can be simple as having, pizza and inviting a bunch of teens and their friends over to hang out for football night, Monday night football night. Sometimes teens do require that you sit on their bed at 10 o'clock at night and you listen to some of those things. That seems to be their time to talk, is 10 to midnight, when you would much rather be in bed. But what you get out of that and is so cherished. I've learned so many things about my teens by taking that extra 10 minutes or 30 minutes, sitting on the end of the bed when they're open and receptive to talk, and looking for those little windows of opportunity to be there for your teens. listening. I find teens want somebody who's going to listen to them and validate those ideas and feelings. And I've been able to surprise some of my teens by bringing home a Harry Potter book and wrapping it up and putting it on their bed, and they go, "You were listening to me when I said I liked the Harry Potter and I wanted to read that book? Yeah, I was listening." So teens are great. They're not as scary as people think they are. They just want somebody to be there and somebody to listen and somebody to help them sort out, truth from fiction. What is real? What is not real? And this is a scary time for them because they need to be bonding with you, but at the same time separating as an individual. And they really need help doing that. It's a scary thing.
Do you have any tips for getting through the first night when a teen is placed in your home? How to help the teen feel comfortable?
How to help the teen feel comfortable. We've done the full gamut of things, how to make a teen feel comfortable. It depends on their personality type. We've gone out to ice cream as a family. We have, I'll never forget, we had a 15-year-old boy. His first night, I went to town and I made ice cream pie, and we had steak dinner and mashed potatoes, and I made this totally fabulous meal, and he will never ever forget. That is the one thing he remembers. Remember that first night I came to your house and you made this amazing meal just for me? He will never forget that. And I have another teen who came with just the clothes on his back, and he had fleas horribly, and he was so miserable, uncomfortable, and we cleaned him up, and I took him to the clothing store, and I said, "You pick out whatever you want." And he got to pick out his own style of clothes, and he was just like, that was so special. Nobody's ever done that for me. Nobody's ever taken me to a clothing store and said, "Pick out what you want to wear." And so there's these little token moments of what you can do to help them feel comfortable, and it doesn't always have to be spending money. Sometimes it can be just sitting and hearing their life story. I've had another teen, it was just so valuable just to unload, just to tell me everything. This is what you got to know about me. And okay, I can do that.
Great, thank you. Do you want to just say your name? I don't think you introduced yourself. Your name and where you're from. And
I'm Sunshine Heaps, and I live in Nevada City, California.
Great, thank you.